Welcome back. We are here with the Clarke family, and Lexie, as you know, is becoming an elder very, very soon. So we are going to throw her a quick birthday party. She wants to throw a lot of parties for her aspirations, so we are going to enable her by having her throw a party for literally everything and anything. So she's going to throw a birthday party for herself. We are going to have it at their house now that we've gotten the 5 locations out of the way. And she's going to invite a bunch of friends, not Kelsey. And yeah, we are going to hire some Sims, although I feel like I haven't seen a mixologist in a really long time. I don't know what's going on there, but I have not seen them. So hopefully that's not busted in some way. But anyway, we currently have Lexi and Blake married, and Colin has moved into the house. He's a vampire. Octavia is the heir. She's right there on the couch. And then the 2 boys are Lexi's children. So Octavia, hates her stepmother, as you can see from the plasters of pictures of her stepmother everywhere. Um, I don't actually know if that's indicative, but it is indicative of Lexi's personality. But yeah, so we have actually Colin coming to chat with Octavia, and he is her great grandfather's brother. But he has moved in, he is planning with Lexi to kind of steal. Wow, that was too many kind ofs. Him and Lexi are planning on stealing the family fortune, and so he wants to be on good terms with Octavia because basically, if. Oh, another basically. Um, okay. I don't know why basically is the word of the day. But anyway, Colin wants to get close to Octavia because Octavia is the heir currently of all the money. So we are also going to take some photos of Blake Jr. here to put up on the wall. And Lexi basically says, you don't need 3 pictures of Octavia. Blake Jr. doesn't have a single picture on the wall. So what she does is she takes down some of the pictures of Octavia and puts up pictures of Blake Jr. And there's really no way to argue with her because she usually gets her way, but also there really are no pictures of Blake Jr. on the wall. But she could have taken down any picture of her or anything else, but she won't because she's self centered like that. And I am convinced that there is a kleptomaniac who has been taking our stuff because we're now missing a chair at the bar as well. So I know that someone is taking our stuff, and I feel like I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. I know it's happening. So I know it's happening. Um, and then I was going to, so Lexi's son, Jaha, he's also Blake's son, is also an animal lover. So is Octavia, but Lexi thought that she would buy her son a puppy. And of course, Octavia has been begging for an animal, and Lexi always says no. But the second that Lexi's son wants an animal, he gets one. So we are going into Kratom to do this because I feel like Lexi is a person who would go to a breeder and, curate her dog experience. Um, so it doesn't strike me as the type that would adopt a dog. She would shop for one. And we are going to choose a chow because they're so cute and little and fluffy. And I wanted to choose a dog that was like a really little puppy and then became a bigger dog when they were an adult. So that is what we went with there. I was trying to figure out if I could put any accessories on the puppy, but I guess not. I guess that's only for adult dogs. And also, you can make it a panda, but I didn't do that because I feel like Lexi wouldn't do it. But also, I love that you can make the dog look like a panda. So that is that on that. We are naming the dog Lucifer because I have been akinning Lexi to the evil stepmother in Cinderella, and her cat's name is Lucifer. So here is our new dog. And he's such a cute, tiny little thing. I mean, he's even smaller than he looks in Create-A-Sim. He's just so tiny, little tiny baby. He can't even go up and down the stairs. Like, how cute is that? He cannot even go up and down the stairs. I love it. So she has to carry him into the house. And of course, Octavia immediately wants to get her hands on the dog. She's been begging for a dog. She loves a dog. And Jaha, like, he loves dogs, but he's happy that they have a dog, and the little kids are happy that they have a dog and they love dogs. But Octavia is a dog super fan. Look at that face. So, um, we are now going to add in some pet items for the dog. And actually, I thought that you could control the dog, but I guess you can't. And I have no idea how to check the dog's needs either. I haven't really played with pets that much. Um, so yeah, it's weird. You can encourage the dog to do things like go to the bathroom, go to sleep, etc., but you can't actually control the dog. So, I mean, whatever. We also bought a Roomba and it's pancakes, and underneath is like bacon and eggs. That is so cute. Um, So yeah, here we are. We're going to fill up the pet bowl and turn on the Roomba and all that stuff. And Octavia is going to continue to get close to the puppy. Her aspiration is an animal lover aspiration, so she wants to have friendly interactions with the puppy and also wants to um I think that's it for this stage of her aspiration. And in the next we'll get the next part of her aspiration in a minute. But Um, I do have to cheat Colin into a stronger vampire than he is because we haven't played with him since he was a teenager and when we were in Griffin's household. So we have not played with him. So, unfortunately, story progression does not happen um, in that way. And so he was still just a fledgling vampire. And we wanted him to be a minor vampire so that he can turn other Sims into vampires. So him and Lexie are already planning against Blake and Octavia. And look at his dark form outfit. It's actually really cool. It really suits him. I feel like the dark form outfits are always bad. But yeah, Octavia kind of sees him and turning Lexie into a vampire, sees them drinking each other's blood, and she's like, "What the heck was that?" And um Lexie basically is really having trouble coming to terms with the fact that she's become an elder now. She was always really vain and really proud of her appearance, and now she's an old lady. And, you know, of course, old ladies are beautiful too. But like, her personality is such that she's now really worried about the time that she has left. And so she asks Colin to make her a vampire so that the two of them can, live off the money forever. They'll split the money and they'll, be able to get whatever lifestyles they want. Also, I misplaced that, so it was floating, so I'm just fixing it here. So, Lexie does not become a vampire right away. It takes a couple some days. So, Octavia is kind of, looking around like, what exactly is going on here? And she's watching them, but she really can't prove anything. And Lexie's not a vampire yet, but she does bring it up with her dad. Like, something weird is going on, and he's just, don't worry about it. It's okay. He's super carefree. And then, Vlad calls and starts to tell us about vampires, despite the fact we already have one in the house. And look at the little dog. Oh. So, anyway, we have another weenie roast, and we are going to invite over a bunch of Sims, not Kelsey. And actually, we're going to invite over Vlad now that we can. It's nice for Colin to have vampire friends. So we do that. And we are going to start another party. And honestly, I didn't even realize that she already has more than 5,000 points. So it's not like I'm too worried about finishing this aspiration for her. The point of having 5,000 points is to get a money tree. So we also have a garbage plant in the yard. It's just, ridiculous because there's dirty stuff everywhere in this house. And sometimes I have to like go into buy mode in order to get rid of it. And it's just really annoying because I keep hiring maids and they keep not cleaning the house and taking all our money. So I really don't know what's going on there. But I realize now that I have invited everyone for a weenie roast and it is the, daytime, and Vlad is a vampire and so is Colin. So I'm a little concerned here. I was trying to get someone to pick up the dog to bring it outside, but it just wasn't. That wasn't working. So anyway, I changed the weather to make it cloudy so that I can protect my vampires. And we do that. So now it is dark out. And yeah, so as you can see, there's just dirty stuff everywhere. But here's a cute little dog. We love our cute little dog. And unfortunately, despite my best efforts, Vlad catches on fire and dies because he's a vampire, and I guess technically it's still sunny. Not really sure what happened there, but yeah. So sorry, Vlad. You know, a lot of vampires end up dying at our parties. Don't know what's up with that. So unfortunately, Vlad passes away. He's gone. The Grim Reaper came again and is like, "Are you guys like vampire hunters or something? Vampires keep dying over your house." But anyway, we are going to. You know, I was planning on having eventually one of the generations be a vampire. I need to find find more vampires. I'm sure the Caleb and Lilith are fine, maybe, probably. I need to stop accidentally killing the vampires. So, anyway, we're here. Maybe I'll download a Vlad from the gallery and just drop him back into his house and pretend like it's fine. So anyway, another fire starts out right under the toddler. The toddler is on fire. He's just sitting in his chair, which is on fire. No one's doing anything. And then, of course, both parents get up and extinguish the baby. So that was close. And then Lexie grabs the baby and runs away. And it's like, okay, the baby was already on fire. You did not save this child. See? No, you didn't save him. Anyway, so again, there's a mess. There's always a mess. And I try again with the maid. The maid comes, the maid does not clean, the maid takes our money, and the maid leaves. I remember it used to be the case that if the maid couldn't get to something when they left, it just kind of automatically handled itself, but I guess that's not a thing anymore. So, anyway, I think also Griffin died. Griffin dies at some point during this. But, you know, rest in peace, Griffin. You were an excellent um, patriarch of the family while you lasted. So, here we are. Everybody, you know, I'm making Colin go back inside. Like, what are you doing outside when it's sunny? I don't need more vampires dying. So, that is what happened there. That party was a disaster. And we have Octavia telling the puppy to go to the bathroom. So he goes out on the little front porch here and, you know, because he can't go down the stairs, so he just does a little tinkle. And it's super cute. Oh, look at the little baby. He's just so small. I love it. Um, so anyway, she, you know, is really close to the dog and they become companions. She's on the next stage of her aspiration. She wants to become friends with 5 animals and she wants to untrain to bad behaviors in pets. So she is going to work on that kind of stuff, but that's more for when she's an adult. We are kind of not really working on her life quite yet. I mean, really, this has kind of turned into the Lexie show. But Octavia is our heir and is currently the most important person in the house. The Roomba is also broken. So we have Colin kind of just becoming more friendly with Octavia because he wants to be on her good side. And, you know, he doesn't trust Lexie, and I'm sure she doesn't trust him either. But they're working together, and really, Lexie just chose him because he is part of the Clarke bloodline. So if we did kill off everyone of Blake's siblings and Blake and Octavia, Well, you know what? It doesn't even matter because Lexie's son is also a Clarke. But anyway, he's a vampire and she was scared of being old. So she, chose him for that and for his ambition as well because it's not like a child is going to help her steal anything. So you got to get around that ironclad will. And the Roomba takes care of the toddler messes, which is a great revelation and something that I am so, so happy about. See, there's a chair missing from the bar. Yeah. So, we are going to have another birthday party. We are going to age up Blake Jr. Nope, just yes. Yes. I was like, what is Jaha doing over there? Um, and for some reason, we have some glitchy problems, and you know how it goes when you have a birthday and you hire a caterer and they keep putting candles on the cake, even though the cake has already been, the candles blown out. But anyway, we tell the dog to go lay on the pet bed, and he's so teeny tiny that you can't even like see him in the pet bed. I wonder if you can take pictures with the dog. I couldn't take pictures of the puppy. I know that. So what I ended up having to do here was just take a picture and try and get the puppy in the picture. Look how small he is on the pet bed. Oh. So we go and try and take a picture of him. Of course, he's so small in the picture. You can't even really see him. I also think I figured out what the problem with the frames was in the other on the upstairs because I think you can only change the frame while it's the normal size and then you have to size it up. Let me put this huge picture of the dog right there. And as you can see, we are actually getting to the birthday party portion of this. Oh, look, there's a mixologist. Okay, well, I guess sometimes it does work and sometimes it doesn't. I'm just going to accept it. So he is going to age up. Her arms are missing. Okay. And we are just going to randomize his traits. And we are also going to take some pictures of him for the wall. And oh, look how cute he is. He's silly and adorable with his hat and everything. So we are taking pictures and we are going to put them up. See, the caterer keeps putting candles on the cakes. Anyway, so we are looking for pictures to take away. And so what we do is we remove some of the extra pictures. So like we have 2 pictures of him as a toddler. So we are going to replace one of them with him as a child. And we have an extra picture of, I think it was Jaha as well. So we are going to replace one of those just because Blake wouldn't let her remove the last picture of Octavia. So she has to work with what she's got here, and I'm not going to go absolutely crazy and put them all over the house. We have the nice wedding picture wall and we have the family wall. So that's what we're good at. And see, I have to cheat to get rid of this plate of French toast. It would not, nobody could pick it up. It's like, remember when we were in Anya's family and there was that cake that nobody could get rid of? Oh my gosh, it's like that. Except I finally got rid of this one. I wonder if I could have. Did I try to get rid of that cake in build mode? I forget. Well, if I didn't, that's how you do that. Also, see again, there are candles on the cake. Regardless, the party is over. And of course, Lexie is asking for some pictures of her to be taken now that she is an elder. And actually, we don't have any pictures of her in her every. Note, this isn't her everyday look. Her party look? Oh, and look, while we were taking pictures, she turned into a vampire. So Blake is like, what just happened? What the heck? He was just taking a picture of his wife, and she all of a sudden, and she's like, no, 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 it's fine. Like, that didn't happen. Um, so that was terrifying. And Um, yeah, so she is now a vampire, and we are going to change her outfits. And I think I figured out my problem with the mermaids in the last one is that you can link their dark form and their like regular form. So I think that that was my problem is it was linked together, and so it made the way that she looks in her dark form be the way that she looks in her non-dark form. And I honestly didn't realize that that was what was happening. So we're just accepting that she looks like this now. And you know what? I actually don't mind the concept that she's so vain and then she becomes a vampire and her face is all cracked and kind of becomes on the outside what she has been on the inside. But now that my dad has started vacuuming upstairs, we are going to wrap up this video. She does want to choose some grandiose outfits, and we will pick back up with what happens now that she is a vampire and her and Colin are ready to enact their plan in the next one.